evening, jammers, and welcome to episode 64 of the Jams and Cocktails Live podcast. I'm Brad Brock, and I'll be your host this evening. Thank you so much for tuning in live with us tonight on Facebook Live, YouTube, and JNC Radio. I just looked to see if I unmuted the mics. It looks like I did. That's good. And of course, thank you to those of you catching the rerun on YouTube or listening in on your favorite podcast platform like iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Please, wherever you're tuning in, give us a follow, share, and go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Here with me in the legendary JNC Lounge tonight is my partner in crime, the amazing Miss Jordan Taylor.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back for a week of fun.
Also hanging with us here on the Destruction Crew, as we've dubbed it, is the bad bitch herself, Miss Ellie Brock.
What's up?
All right, guys, we've got an exciting and relevant show for you tonight as we approach an awesome musical event happening this weekend that we've actually helped sponsor. It is the Guitar Slinger Shootout at Terra Fermata on Sunday evening. That's Sunday coming up. The show features two rockin' bands shredding it out for guitar glory. One, of course, being our good friend and podcast alumni, Mr. Kevin McLoughlin. And the second band is fiercely fronted by our special guest here tonight. So welcome Jake Walden and Ed Berrios to the lounge from the Jake Walden Band. While we get to know them a little more tonight, we'll also dive into the Jordy Files. We'll get our midweek motivation from Tony Espinosa. We'll play a round of Name That Tune with all of you tuning in live, and we'll put Jake on the hot seat in one of our favorite segments, Inside the Lipton Tea. But in the meantime, I think it's time to kick it into high gear with our Shot of the Week. Oh, yes.
Fresh.
So, you guys, tonight's Shot of the Week is a classic and was just featured a couple episodes back as my favorite shot. But Jake said that he loved green tea, and I'm not sure if it was this green tea. But here it is in its delicious glory, the green tea shot. Of course, it is part Jameson Irish whiskey, 1 part peach schnapps, 1 part sour mix, and a splash of Sprite. Delicious. Well, cheers to you guys for being here tonight, and cheers to you ladies for always hanging out with me here and keeping the show beautiful.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, better with the sour mix, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a game changer.
Oh, yeah.
That's a game changer.
That's
nice.
helpful.
Well done, Ellie. Better.
Marvelous.
Oh, yeah. And of course, I forgot to cheers all of you out there tuning in. Thank you so much. And especially to those of you that join us
Do
each
we need
week.
to do it again?
Jordan's
like another. And another one.
And another one.
I'll start rapping if it gets that bad.
Bet.
Another round, please. Well, you guys join us each week for our Shot of the Week by heading over to jncpodcast.com and clicking on the Shot of the Week link to see what we're planning. Get everything you need for it by clicking on the Drizzly link on that page. And we've Drizzly. We added a little suggestion box. It's actually just an email link. So you can let us know what your favorite shots are. And if we feature it on the show, we'll send you some JNC swag. How about that?
You can also send weird stuff
What's up?
through the email link. Just send weird stuff.
Oh, sure. We just send whatever you like. We don't care.
Anything will do.
Well, you guys, we're going to jump right into it. He's a 22-year-old singer-songwriter and guitar slinger virtuoso, but don't let his age fool you. He's got soul well beyond his years, and you can hear it and feel it in his brand new album, Carry Me Home. Check out Jake Walden.
Mississippi Railroad liner, stop your freight train. Mississippi Railroad liner, stop your freight train. Head down to the station, don't take
Yes. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you for having us, man.
Of course. Well, before we dive into the interview part of this this whole shenanigan, why don't we hit our viewers and listeners with the first jam of the night? What do you say?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, you guys, the Jake Walden Band, acoustic duo.
I've been walking way too long on this cold hard ground. Seen about every sight there is to see, and I need something to help me get away. Life's about as boring as it can be. If I had another diamond in this town, the needle wouldn't have to dig so deep. And it's been so damn long since I've had you here, and I've had a hell of a time getting my head clear. Is the damage done? Is the damage done? Is the damage done? Is the damage done? Freedom don't come easy and it don't come cheap. In order to find this place, you gotta take that road. It might be a little dark and it's not so clean. You drive all damn night till you run your own. I don't know how long we'll live this way. I'll keep on shooting till I flatline. And it's been so damn long since I've had you here, and I've had a hell of a time getting my head clear. Is the damage done? Is the damage done? Is the damage done? Is the damage done? damage done? Is the damage done? Is the damage done? Is the damage done?
Thank y'all.
So that's how that guitar is supposed to sound.
Man,
You both are out of sight.
that
First
was
of all,
it's awesome.
Special thank you to Brad and the Destruction Crew for letting me borrow a guitar, as mine has shorted out on spot.
It was working great until he got here.
Yeah, it's working great until I showed up.
then it blew it.
You know, it's the way the lounge works, really.
That's what it is.
It takes a lot of energy.
Yeah, something could be perfect working condition, and it comes in here. The Destruction Crew gets their hands on. By the way, that's coin tonight. That is what this.
I've been called worse.
It's at the Overlook Hotel from The Shining. It just sucks up,
It's exactly like that.
It's a
It's
voodoo
a
lounge.
black hole.
Exactly. Well, you guys, we'll dive right into it. First of all, of course, congratulations on the brand new album. Tell us a little bit about "Carry Me Home."
Thank you. Man, it was I guess I started writing this album probably when I was 20, maybe 19, 20. I started writing the songs for it. I wrote "Carry Me Home" as a one-off acoustic song, and I had no plans to do anything specific with it. It just sat in the book for a while, and we've been playing live already for probably 1 or 2 years, and decided maybe it's time to get in the studio and start taking a schwack at it. So I just started writing some stuff and putting stuff down, and I had a couple of ideas, couple of riffs, couple of lyric sheets, and got it together. And we, me, Brian, Ed, Mark, we all just got together and said, hey, let's, go do this thing. So Ed knew Mark and Brian up at Raincat. Shout out to that. No, Mark and Brian and Jeff. See? Yeah. Green Tea shot's already kicking in. Brian and Jeff up at Raincat. And, kindly, they brought us in, and he showed me a little tour of the place, and I was like, this is perfect, because I was looking for something real intimate and homely to record in, and that was it. We did the whole album in probably over a year. We did all the rhythm tracks live, so drums and bass were all tracked live, nice. And then everything else was dubbed on top of it, and it was a real easy process, man. My buddy Damien Louvier, shout out to him. He helped me produce the whole thing and helped me write a ton of Baby Anymore and Love Me Too and Carry Me Home. He helped me arrange and get some of these parts ironed out, and threw some of his vocals actually on Carry Me Home. That's him singing the harmony. And he helped me put it all together, and we spit out a nice little album right in March, released it, and then COVID hit and everything shut down about a week later.
Go figure, right?
So that's how it goes sometimes. But Damien's up in Jacksonville now, so and we're just doing our thing and trying to make it happen. And we're back in the studio right now recording another single, so that's exciting. Should be released here in a couple of months.
That is the word on the street. As we were talking about off the camera before the show started, Brian and Jeff were our guests just last week here on the podcast. And so we got to talk about, some of the projects that they've been working on recently, including working with you on this new single and, of course, the record that you just released. And, as Jordan mentioned earlier, everybody's had just incredible things to say about you guys. And in fact, we just had a comment come through that said, great to see Jake and the guys getting attention they deserve. John Preacherstone, if you guys know John Preacherstone.
Yeah.
That's so nice of him. John, thanks, brother.
Thanks, Sean.
But yeah, I got a chance to listen to a bunch of the tracks off of the record. Of course, you got to hear one of my favorites in the countdown. For those of you that listen early on the live shows, you get to see the countdown. And so tell us a little bit about that track, because it's one of my favorites.
That's funny, actually. I came up with that little, riff, that little. Let me see if I can attempt to do it.
There we go.
Well, something.
We are gonna,
There's jams and cocktails.
I did write it. Maybe I know how to play. So
there it is.
I sort of came up with that, and I just recorded on my iPhone, and then I had nothing to put it to, and at the time, I was dating a young lady from another state, and because we had met some sort of ways through music, because just traveling and doing gigs and stuff, and we were doing the IBCs, and we went through a breakup or whatever, and I was like, well, this is the good time to put lyrics to it, so split up, wrote some lyrics to it, and that became that. And then the arrangement process in the studio was really we sat in, I came and recorded the vocal melody after we got all the guitars and all that stuff done, and the second harmony parts and the vocals, I was just like, well, let's just try something. It needs something. So we doubled up some vocals, did some harmony parts, and there's in that big spacey Grateful Dead section, there's EBow and a whole bunch of weird instruments. You know,
Ebo, you have
Yeah.
choruses going, you got
Choruses.
delays going, you know. But it was an entire process. I mean, everybody got involved, you know.
yeah.
You know, with the riff, you know, coming up with some of the other little, you know, transitions and whatever. And it was a real collaborative process, you know.
So cool.
Yeah, especially the little bass part that Mark came up
Yeah.
with, man, that in the B section, you know?
But that's what we tend to do. I
Yeah.
think when we get into rehearsal, most of the times we probably just jam at random,
Right.
For like the first hour or so, and we record some of that stuff. So we're looking at, you know, we have like an entire, you know, library of all these riffs and all these things somewhere that hopefully we can pull some of them out, you know, and start to develop them more, which is what we did with the Carry Me Home album. Once Jake came up with that one, I mean, that was the started. That song started the
that's the
whole
start.
process.
That was
Yeah.
the one, huh?
Yeah, we have a computer somewhere at our drummer's house with probably over 3 hours of just
Yeah.
random jams on it that we haven't dissected yet. So that would probably yield a song or two.
It's probably that'll be like a special edition eventually. I imagine.
The box set
Yeah.
that no one would buy. You'd have to it'd be as long as The Godfather with half the entertainment value.
I don't know. Maybe 3/4 of the entertainment value.
You know, 3/4, yeah, maybe. If you're sitting in Denver, you know, with your psilocybin in one hand and the weed in the other, and you have 3 hours to kill, it might be a fun time for you. It might not. You don't.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah,
Only
really.
one way.
It can go either way.
Well, let's take us back to your musical roots. You know, let us know when you knew that being an entertainer, a musician, was what you wanted to do for money. There's a joke in there somewhere.
Yeah, music is for money if you're for spending it. I think that's the what's going around town. You know, honestly, as cheesy as it sounds, I when I was a little kid, my dad would always show me this like we still had VHS when I was little, so I'm 97 baby, and they would pop it in, and it was like Stevie Ray Vaughan live at El Macombo, and I would watch that all the time, and just like I had he bought me a little plastic purple guitar and I taped SRV on it and I'd run around in my Huggies like around the house playing it.
Do you have any photos?
Yeah, I was about to say, is there
I do.
footage?
I have a photo.
Adorable.
I have a couple of photos. One I'm in like a white button down with this like plastic toy mic stand and like my hair spiked up. I look like I came out of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
Nice.
And I'm playing around the house, but I tried to pick up guitar when I was like 8 or 9 maybe. Took lessons. I couldn't get a hold of the instrument. I hate it. I was like, I can't do this. And then I tried again when I was like 11 and I'm like, I still suck. And then 12, I was like, I'm not any better, but I'm going to stick with it this time. And I just went on YouTube and there's a guy, I will give him a shout out. His name is Marty Schwartz. And I would watch him and another guy his channel is called Texas Blues Alley, and I would learn all the licks and stuff. And then when I was 17, I was sitting in Double Roads in Jupiter, and I'm sitting there, and they had this jazz jam going on, and Keith Jones from who had toured with Santana was playing bass in the house band, and I went and met the two people that were hosting it, and they walked up to me and they're like, hey, you know, your dad tells us that you play guitar. You want to come jam? And I'm like, oh, I can't play. And, you know, I'd never played with a band before. And my dad was like, well, get ready to play because you're doing it. So we drove home.
Thrust into greatness.
Drove home, got the amp, brought it back, plopped it on stage. And this is a jazz jam. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, well, I don't know any jazz tunes. I don't know how to play. I couldn't even play. I don't know. I couldn't play All on the Watchtower. I couldn't play Brown Eyed Girl. I couldn't play a one chord song. If you said to play in G, I would go, I don't know what planet you're from. So I just said, hey, I know Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix. I can't sing. I can't do anything. That's all I can do. So we just did an instrumental version of Voodoo Child for must have been 15 minutes. And
Amazing.
then they were like, hey, you should come back. You should learn some jazz tunes first, but come back. And that was how I got my start. After that, I started taking formal lessons. I started going out and trying to see people play, and I started going out to open mic nights. And I remember one time I was at open mic night. Double Roads has this blues jam, and I would go there all the time. And the first time I went there, Gary Frost, the guy that hosted it, and
Gary, yeah, good
Gary,
guy.
yeah, Gary we used to play together all the time. Yeah, he was in the my first iteration of the band. He was the other guitar guy in the
No
band.
kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah, Gary's awesome.
I love Gary, such a great dude. And he was just telling me, he was like, Pride and Joy. And I was like, sure, I can play Pride and Joy. We played it. And I knew this. I knew the song because like I was like Stevie Vaughan fanatic. And he's like, all right, all on the Watchtower in A. And I'm like, I don't know where A is. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, A minor, G, F. I'm like, I don't. He's like, the chords. I'm like, I can't. Yeah. So from then on, I just took some more lessons, figured out what a key of music is. That kind of helped a little bit. Now we're where we're at now after years of trying to hone it in, still working on it.
Well, don't feel bad. You know who else was a guitar legend and didn't really know his chords? None other than the King, B.B. King.
B.B. King.
That's true.
Wouldn't play chords. Yeah.
Wouldn't play. I saw some sort of documentary. It was actually a documentary for U2, and they were doing a show together, and it was backstage filming, and here's Bono trying to tell old B.B. King how the song goes, and he's like, hey man, I don't know the chords, I was like, you just tell me where to start, and I'll play my thing. And I was like, yes.
That's all you need.
Man.
I mean, legend.
Yeah. Albert King didn't do many chords either. I've watched him play several times. He just sort of yells around at people. He's like, on the foe, and then he hits it. And I'm just like, all right, if it works,
Whatever works. Right?
It's true. He has a reputation.
Yeah.
I love Albert King. It's my guy. I'll defend him till I die.
So good. Well, so you're a pretty young guy. We've established that, Mr. 97. 1997, by the way. That's awesome, man. So I know you're kind of just beginning to write your story, but your music is so soulful. So where do you draw that inspiration when you're writing your tunes?
Man, I think
We did hear one was for a breakup, and I get that. I feel that in my soul.
Right. I honestly, man, it's going to sound really funny. I was kind of I was a history buff when I was in before college and all that. I was a history buff in high school, middle school especially, and I was like in high school and stuff. I got into like Derek trucks, started to like listen to other people like Jimmy Herring, and I started to like go to Tom Waits and listen to Bob Dylan and sort of get an ear for what the songwriters were doing and get an ear for what the other left side of the world instrumentalists were doing.
Right.
And sort of expanded the catalog instrumentally, got super into the meters. I've always loved I love that New Orleans funk, that rhythm, that just that
Sure.
lot, that second line drumming. Like I love it so much, and I think I pull a lot from that. But I mean, honestly, man, just analyzing writers like Bob Dylan and Tom Waits and John Prine, and just really watching them, looking at their sheets and listening to how they tell stories, and they're storytellers. And I try to pull from that and then use my knowledge in history, and then use my knowledge, from the limited relationship experience I've had, and just be just try to put together something that's honest, and I always try to write and put myself in other people's shoes as well. How, if I was someone else watching this from the crowd, or I was listening to this song in my bedroom, my headphones, how would I interpret this and how would I relate to it? So
Sure.
I try to write from a perspective of let's connect with somebody, or let's tell a story where someone can think about when they were in high school with their truck driving by the beach with their friends when they were 16, just getting into trouble or something like that, and trying to do that.
Sure.
Yeah, minus the whole bro country part, but I mean,
And we have these conversations, every so often, and it's an evolving process. Okay, you always got to start somewhere.
Right.
Okay. What was the thing I kept telling you all the time? You just need the first one. Once you get through the first one, everything else starts to fall into place. So
Sure.
once you got the first song down, the second came, the third came. Next thing you know, we had enough for an album, and it was next thing we're looking at artwork, what do we want, and debating that. So it took a little bit of time, but and a lot of effort, but it paid off.
Right.
It paid off, and right now, well, it hasn't paid off,
still waiting on that royalty check.
but it's paid off in other ways. Okay, in a big way. So it's evolving. And as far as we refer to Jake. We always say Jake's an old soul, it's like an old soul.
I can see that, which is why why I brought it up.
But it's not because he's not aware of what's happening from some of the new music that's out
Sure.
there. I mean, he'll talk rings around me around who's out there and who's new, and it's not in blues necessarily. Yeah. It's in pop, or it's in reggae, or it's in some other genre. So he's attuned to all of that. But his phrasing and his feel, all comes out old, an old school, old soul kind of way.
Well,
and
that's
kind of like,
Yeah.
Well, just like
away.
saying, you drawing inspiration from legendary songwriters like John Prine and Dylan. These are guys that everybody kind of they created the foundation of that singer-songwriter genre and that storytelling, and everybody kind of then takes pieces of that. So if you were going to look for a blueprint to writing a great story song, those are definitely the guys to look to.
Yeah, and you kind of, it's funny, for me, I went forward to go back. So like from me, like when I grew up, I was like watching guitar players from the 80s and the 70s. So I was like, all right, I got Clapton, Hendrix, and then Stevie, and then Gilmore, and then and then I was like, where are they pulling it from? And then I went back a little further, and you get down to like Robert Johnson, Guitar Slim, T-Bone Walker. Then you get back. I mean, you get Wes Montgomery if you get into jazz playing. I mean, I kind of went back, I'm like, Blind Lemon Jefferson, and like I'm like going back to all these old blues guys. Then I'm like listening to like Elmore James, and it's like you'd. So I went forward, listened to those guys, went back, heard when they brought it from, and then kind of put it together. And then me living in the era that I'm in now with the music that I'm hearing now on the pop radio, all of it goes in your. You can not listen to pop, but I mean, I'm a big believer in that whatever you listen to will seep its way out someplace. So I mean, whatever it's so once the meters hit me on full blast and I started listening to Aquarium Rescue Unit and Medeski Martin Wood and getting all into the whole fusion-y stuff, it started to just mix into a big stew, and now we're where we're at. We're confused and sailing on the ocean without a sail. We
gotta write that down, because that's it's evident in several of the recordings on the record. It feels like a blues record. And then you guys get into this really cool spacey breakdowns that is so cool. It makes originally it made me stop and go, what am I listening to? And the first couple of times I thought that it was a strange song, like I programmed the music on our radio station, right? So I heard something that was unfamiliar to me, and I was like, what is that? And I had to I think it was brushing my teeth probably. And I ran to look at my phone to see what it was. And it was Jake Walden. And I was like, oh my God. So I could see where that fusion and those other elements come into play. And then you pop back into a pretty straightforward blues tune, blues rock. And it's really, really, really well done. The record is really cool. I'm very excited to see what's coming on the horizon. With the guys at Raincat. I did read that just a few years ago, you were selected to represent the Treasure Coast chapter of the Blues Foundation at the International Blues Festival, or the Blues Challenge in Memphis. So tell us about that experience, because you were even younger then.
Right. So that was really interesting because I had never been before. And like, there's I guess there's like a formula of some sort. If you want to succeed, you do this, this, and this. And I walked into Memphis 6 degrees with a long sleeve shirt on, jeans and boots, with my guitar in my case and a backpack, freezing in front of the venue. And they'd said, you're at the Hard Rock. So I said, okay. So my band and I were all staying at like a La Quinta close by. And we're like, all right, let's... we had our sets ironed out, and I was like, all right, we got a couple of cool covers, a couple of originals. I'll switch, play slide, do this, that, and the other. I had a whole show planned out. And I start I'm kind of like sitting there, and I had all the bands start coming up, and they're all pretty straightforward blues bands. Like, there's not a lot of difference in between them. I'm like, we're definitely gonna make a statement. Like, this is our moment. Right. We are the different band. I think we can do something here. Not that we're better, we're just different. I think they're gonna appreciate it. So I walk up, I do my show, I play slide, I sing. I'm wearing a suit, a vest, like I got the hair done up, like everything's cool. And I bump into Steve Van Zandt he was in the audience. I bumped into Steve Van Zandt from Springsteen's band. He was in the Hard Rock watching us play, and man, I got off the stage, and you have 2 first nights where you do like it's like the warm up nights, and then then you make it in what's called it's quarterfinal, then semifinal. So first night's a warm up, second night's a quarterfinal, third night's semifinal, so on. I think there's 2 rounds semifinals. I'm not quite sure. So we didn't even make it to the quarterfinal. Okay, we made it the prerequisite amount of days, and they booted us out.
Oh,
I mean, I looked at the paper, and they were like, "Great stage presence, great slide playing, great guitar, write more music, do less covers." And then I'm watching bands go up and say, "This is a cover by Elmore James. This is a cover by Bobby Blue Band. This is a cover by Memphis' Own," and I'm just like, "What is going on right now?" So I was like this. It was such a great experience to like be in that environment and see all these great bands and meet so many people. I mean, I met so many awesome people and so many cool people and saw so many different. I mean, the Angies from Canada, we got to see a really cool band. They were just completely different, like a straight ahead rock band. And it was funny. We had a whole. Everybody, like, lots of people liked our sound, so people were following me around like Beale Street. Like, I had like a whole Canadian crew of people behind me. And they were just filtering in behind me on Beale Street. People from Jacksonville were like walking out of this one club with their programs, like, "Sign this! Like, we want to go see you play in the semifinal." Like, we didn't make it. And am I allowed to curse this? Got to get this out because it's anecdotally, right?
Well, we've already been booted, so no, I'm just kidding. Yes.
Okay.
The
Just
FCC
double
doesn't
checking.
have their claws in us yet. So.
Double checking,
way.
okay, yeah. We're not at the point where Spotify has rectified the whole. Okay,
Not yet.
okay. But so the lead singer from the Angie, she's like, "Where are y'all playing for the semifinals?" I'm like, "Oh, we didn't make it." Like, what the fuck, eh? Because they're all from Canada, and it was like it's just such a nostalgic moment.
And then you're like, yeah, eh?
Yeah, I'm like, "Yeah, we didn't make it, eh? We didn't make it to the semis."
They
No
were
way.
really nice, man, but they were shocked. A
Yeah.
lot of A's came
Yeah.
out.
But you know what's
Did you
interesting?
hear a bunch of "Don't you know"?
Oh,
Don't you know?
Don't you know?
Don't you know? Don't you know?
Well, what's interesting about that is their notes that they gave you. I think is almost kind of awesome. Where they were like, "We want to see more original music from you and not so many covers." I don't know if they were giving that feedback to the other bands, maybe because they were just so in that standard blues vein,
Right.
And so I don't know. To me, I guess it's like a half full glass half full.
Honestly, it was. I would say it was a full glass because honestly, it was a great experience. I got to go to Memphis. I got to see a bunch of great music. I got to meet a bunch of great people. I had a fantastic time, and I think that anything that people can do for the blues to just keep the torch burning is awesome. For me personally, I never think music is a competition, like in my mind,
Right,
like in my
sure.
mind, so I'm like, I'm just going to do my own thing. Like, I don't care who makes it to the final and who doesn't. Like, I want to make it to the final because I think it'd be cool to play in the Orpheum. But I mean, that's really my biggest motivator. I'm not trying to win anything, because
Right.
it's subjective as music. So it's just cool for me to get to see so many different bands draw so many different influences and all different age groups, all different people. One club's got a 14-year-old with a trio just jamming out. You're like, look at this kid. And then the next, it's like a bunch of 70-year-old dudes with a horn section, just old guys just that have lived the blues with
That's what
wrinkles.
that was so cool. I mean, because after all the competition was over, it was over by 10 o'clock. Then all the bars had all the open mics. And
So great.
So, like you said, the young players, 13, 14,
Yeah.
17 years old, but they were just ripping it. I mean, it's mind-boggling.
And playing the blues.
Yeah.
Like and to your point.
But with attitude, I mean, you're talking
Yeah.
attitude. I mean, one young lady, she had a 335, man, just slung
Nice.
low, and she was just hitting
Rocking
that thing,
out.
rocking. I mean, unbelievable. But you're right. I mean, the blues are important. I love the blues.
Sure.
And I don't, it's just one of those genres that universal, and it just carries a lot of emotion. I just love it.
Yeah, and a lot of history. I was fortunate enough. I worked on cruise ships. I mention this all the time, but I worked on cruise ships as an entertainer for years.
Right.
And one of the best parts about it was the legendary rhythm and blues
Yeah, I love
cruise
these things.
charter.
Right.
Would always pick. It would always happen. Not that I was choosing my contracts around it or anything, but they would always come to my ship. So for 7 days in a row, I didn't have to work at all. I just got to get up every morning, have breakfast with Taj Mahal,
Nice.
and then
man.
watch the most legendary blues artists I've ever, like in all day long and all night long for 7 days in a row. By the seventh day, I'm like pruned from all the booze and
right.
not even wanting to come out of my cabin. But man, those Kenny Wayne Shepherd was always the headliner.
Oh yeah.
And he's his band is on another planet. They're so good. But Tab Benoit
Oh, I
was
love
on those,
Tab.
right? And
Tab and Taj, absolutely.
and Taj, I did several cruises with Taj, so like I got to know him because I was like, I want to know that man. So like eventually after 3 cruises, like I would go and have breakfast with Taj.
He's awesome.
And he would just tell me stories and
leaving drunk.
Keb Mo. Awesome.
And Kebmo, I don't know if I ever got to see him on the ships,
at the Lyric a couple of years
but I know
ago.
that him and Taj do their thing together, and that's man.
Well, I'm going to try to help promote the blues. I just came on board as board member with the Treasure Coast Blues Society.
Yes.
So we're looking to do some
Spread it.
good things to keep the blues alive.
That's awesome.
So-
And Ed, like I don't want to leave you out at all.
I'm having a great old time.
Because
Don't worry about me.
you are a mainstay on the music scene here, and I know we had met at Double Roads years ago. You were working with a girl at the time,
Janelle Eve.
That's right. That's right. And I remember coming out to see you guys play at Swampgrass Willie's after I had met you. And we're going years ago. You're really pulling my brain here because my memory is shot. But
we were able to put together like a rock and dance band.
Yeah.
And it evolved over time with different players and whatever. The last iteration had Mike Paparo, Mike Paparo on bass, and Brad Schachter on drums. And we did a nice 3-piece with Janelle up front. And we did some nice shows with her.
That's awesome.
Tremendous talent. They're still playing together, Mike and Janelle.
Good.
Catch them. Great duo.
Even Paparo, I think they're called, right?
Yeah. Good stuff.
I'll definitely check. Yeah, but I got more to talk to you about, man, because you've been on the scene here for a while. And I'm not going to talk about how long because we don't want to put any timestamps.
A few Jakes.
He's got jokes. A few Jakes. But that's awesome, and I'm glad that you are on the docket and on the lineup with the Jake Walden band, man. When Jake said, "Is it cool if I bring my second guitar player?" and I was like, "Is that Ed Berrios?" I was like, "Yes, it is okay, absolutely.
That will be just fine.
That's
I got for my boy,
awesome.
Yeah."
you embarrass me.
Well, man.
Stop it.
So not only are you full steam ahead with the Jake Walden band, but you're also a go-to hired gun guitarist. In fact, I see that you're performing this weekend with country music artist Cassidy Daniels at Terra Fermata. So tell us about working with her.
Man, I'm like the local wannabe Brent Mason. Yeah.
Dude, Brett Mason is a legend, and kind of like normalize that drop tuning from the way down yonder on the Chattahoochee. That was Brett Mason, right?
Yeah, I think
I'm not making a fool of me.
I think it was. This is our first fact check moment. I'm pretty sure he also played the Friends theme song. I think that's Brent Mason.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm
What a
pretty sure.
broad portfolio.
I know. He's played with like everybody and anybody.
Interesting.
Well, it's Mark, my bass player, totally got me the Cassidy gig. Like I had nothing to do with that. It must have been 3 years ago. She was coming down for some Florida shows, and it was after she'd released an album, the one that had Lonesome on it, which there's a whole, actually, it's funny. I believe Chris Stapleton wrote that song. It might have been Chris and Morgan or just Chris. One of them wrote the song, and there's like a name. It was supposed to be like, get a little lonesome or something, but it just ended up being Lonesome. And she came down to do an hour showcase, and Mark's, my bass player's nephew, Scott Gagne, was second guitar, and they needed a lead guy and another guy. So I'm like, all right, I'll hop in on the gig, and went really well. She just did a fair run this year. We did a run at the fair, and they did a run at the fair, and I just stayed. I played that fair like the whole week because I literally got done playing with my band, and the next day I was just playing with her band.
Where can I pitch a tent and just set up for the week here?
I know. It's just like, where can I just try to play guitar for pennies for the week? And actually, if there's one thing I'm trying to do, man, I'm just trying to make some sort of money playing guitar. I'll live under a bridge if I can play guitar and eat off the income, you know. So yeah, she's coming back this week to do another couple. We're opening for Craig Campbell on Saturday at in Palm City, and then we're Terra Fermata on Friday the 9th. We're doing a little 3-hour show there, so that'll be fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, you're a busy guy, man.
I'm trying to stay busy, man, you know, trying to work, play music, and I'm full-time college right now. So everything at once, you know, just getting it going.
Gosh. You really do have a lot going on. Well,
You can take it.
go ahead.
Well, he's got time on his side.
Oh, Ed. Isn't that the truth, buddy? No, it's awesome, man. And of course, in these times for musicians, it's a tough go. You know, we're very fortunate down here to be able to go out and play our gigs and do our thing. Where there are a lot of entertainers around the country and world even that are still, you know, just playing Nintendo at their house because there's nothing else to do. So we feel you guys, but let's talk about the show this weekend, not the Cassidy Daniels show, because you're spending the whole weekend at Terra Fermata, just like the fair.
I got a mattress there in the back.
I've seen it. It says Jake's mattress.
They don't know it's there yet, but they're gonna find out.
So this show, the show that we're going to talk about is Sunday, April 11th, which is this Sunday coming up, and it is the Jake Walden Band and the Kevin McLoughlin Band, and it's at Terra Fermata. Kevin is a good friend of mine, and he's actually a frequent personality here on the Jams and Cocktails podcast. So tell us a little bit about meeting him and how this Guitar Slinger Shootout kind of came together.
Man, so I originally met Kevin at a jam at Terra Fermata. Well, they used to have this. I don't know if it was even in the part where it got to the Bluesberry Jam, the current one they're doing, but it was a jam of some sort. Mm-hmm. And I saw him playing on the side. We played together, you know, traded some back and forth and talked and chatted a little bit. And he was in a band at the time, and the Big Pine, and he asked me to come on board and play with them. I said, sure, I'll do it, and we played in that for a while, and that sort of dissolved on its way, and then we'd kept in touch. He'd always come out to support us in shows. Always comes out to see the band. He's a awesome supporter of the band, and shout out to Kevin. Thank you for always coming out and supporting the crew, you know, and. We always talked about doing something together, you know, and so we're like, let's do both bands. Why not? Just one night, both bands. If it works out well and we were able to create a little something, we can make it a traveling show and sort of take this show and do it in other spots. And that's sort of the hope. It matures and grows into that. So looking forward to getting to see him from behind the stage and in front of the stage, and then getting also to play next to him. So it'll be I'm looking forward to it. Be a jam. It's
going to be awesome, and super stoked that we're thrilled to be a part of it here at the Jams and Cocktails podcast and the radio station. So I will be there emceeing the whole event.
Yeah, thank you for sponsoring it, man.
Yeah, man, of course. So I'll be out there in my finest tuxedo T-shirt, and
I'll see you with the king's robe with the crown.
Yes.
Can you give a little Vanna White behind you?
Oh yeah. Oh,
I don't know how.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
you
it's
gotta,
right
yeah,
there.
You gotta
there it is.
Yeah.
There's the poster.
Bam.
In case you're curious, everyone.
Yeah, but the event is you guys can just type in Guitar Slinger Shootout on Facebook, and you'll see the event. And check that out. That's this Sunday. We'll talk more about that.
It's gonna be a good time.
We're going to turn the mics back over to the guys to play another tune for us. We got the Jordy Files coming up next, but we know that you guys have been patiently waiting for some more live music from Jake Walden and Ed Berrios. So without further ado,
1, 2, 3, 4.
won't fall. Honey, you can chip away at my stone wall. You can run to him and walk away from me. Honey, you can shut my eyes and I'll find a way to see. And I don't know who you are. You're not the girl I used to know. One more thing before you go now, darling. I'm not your baby anymore. Gamble on me and you don't think twice. Honey, you can see a lie and I won't roll my die. And what you want is what you get. Honey, you can take my love and go and add it to your bed. And I don't know who you are. You're not the girl I used to know. One more thing before you go now, darling. I'm not your baby anymore.
Love that tune. Love that tune. So good. It's so good.
Fun one to play, man.
It's so fun. Well, you guys, each week, Ms. Jordan Taylor lets us in on some on this day music history, celebrity birthdays, departures, and gossip in her very own segment we call the Jordy Files.
Jordy.
Jordy. Bad bunny. Jordan, what's up?
Oh, hey, Brad. Not much. How about you?
Living the dream.
Oh.
What you got for us today?
Fantastic. So we have some fantastic birthdays today. April 7th, first and foremost, the most important birthday of all times.
Of all times?
Yes, of all times. Today is my Mama Bear's birthday, my mother. Yes, she turns 46, and thanks for giving me life. And then we'll go way back. In 1915, American jazz musician and singer-songwriter Billie Holiday, aka Eleanor Harris, arguably the greatest female jazz singer of all time, was born on this day.
Nice.
And then in 1937, Charlie Thomas from the American doo-wop and R&B vocal group The Drifters was born on this day. And then a year later in 1938,
Was it Under the Boardwalk?
maybe having some fun.
Boardwalk. Right?
Yeah,
No?
that's exactly how it goes. Yeah, good job.
Thank you.
And then in 1938,
And now for my next trick.
yeah, let's see what other ones you can. I think there's a couple good ones here that you'll be able to
Ooh.
serenade us
All
with.
right, let me
Yes.
get a
Get
little
ready. Get your
reverb on my
I was
microphone
going to say,
ready.
yeah, get your whatever. Yeah. In 1938, Spencer Dryden, American musician best known as the drummer for Jefferson Airplane and New Riders of the Purple Sage. Say that three times fast.
Put that on a album cover.
Then in 1949, American rock, R&B, and soul guitarist, singer, and songwriter John Oates, who with Hall & Oates had the 1982 single Man-Eater.
Bam.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, here she comes. Watch out, boys, she'll chew you up. Whoa, here she comes.
I should move my mouth so it looks like I'm singing.
We're all in the tunnel of love.
And then, can you believe he was born in 1949? Holy moly.
Yeah.
These people are getting old.
Wow.
Sorry. In the nicest way, shout out to John. We love you. Keep being Odie. In 1952, American musician Bruce Gary, who was best known as the drummer for the Knacks, their first single, My Sharona, was an international #1 hit in 1979, not to be confused with My Pepperona by Alex Meixner, which I had to shout out. Yes. My pepperona. Yeah. When I saw that, I was like,
it was hilarious, man.
this is the greatest day for the Jordy Files.
Are you guys familiar with the Hormel pepperoni commercials
Oh, yes, it's very important.
featuring local legend Alex Meixner and his one-man accordion
Oh
bands?
man, Alex Meister, the traveling accordion band, right? They're like a
Yes.
folk accordion group.
Yes.
But it sounds like music from a Vivid video or something.
Yes. He was our guest just a few weeks ago, and yeah, we got to live that life.
You
It
guys
was
need
brilliant.
to go. You need
Wait,
to
did
YouTube
he
it
actually
later.
come in here and shred some accordion?
Yes,
He did.
It was wicked.
He did. It
Don't
was
make-
awesome.
Do not besmirch the accordion.
I'm not. I'm impressed.
It was awesome. Yeah. But he has a commercial for Hormel, and he does My Pepperona instead of My Sharona, and it
Yeah,
was
great.
majestic.
That's
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Majestic.
It was basically awesome.
We'll have to show you guys after the show.
Yes, that'll
It's
be in the
awesome
After
if you
Dark.
haven't seen it.
And then in 1991, British singer and songwriter Anne Marie, she scored the 2016 single Rockabye with Clean Bandit Bandit featuring Sean Paul, one of your favorite groups. You love the
Yes.
Clean Bandits.
I love Clean Bandits.
Yes,
Way better than the Dirty Bandits.
true.
Or the Sticky Bandits.
Oh, from Home Alone.
Wet
I was-
Bandits.
I was-
And the Wet Bandits. They were the Wet Bandits first.
oh, yes, yes.
That's absolutely right.
Look at that. Best Christmas movie ever. And then on this day in music history, in 1970, I thought this was kind of awesome. On this week's U.S. Top 5 single charts, the top 5 songs on this day in 1970 was coming in at number 5, Bridge Over Troubled Water by Simon and Garfunkel.
Yes.
Number 4 was Spirit in the Sky by Norman Greenbaum. Number 3 was Instant Karma by John Lennon. Number 2 was ABC by the Jackson 5. And number 1 was obviously none other than Let It Be by the Beatles.
Wow.
Yes.
Man, Lennon was in the charts twice.
I right. It was
No
a good
kidding.
day for him.
That
Good
was
year, good day.
All those songs were just turned out to be legendary tunes.
One after another.
It's like 1997 for like
Spice Girls?
alternative rock.
Oh, okay. Or that.
Yeah, like I think every 90s
Girls,
rock song
obviously.
came out in 1997.
Oh, wow. All right. We were on different pages there, Brad. We got to compare notes.
I think he
more
was
often.
thinking more Nirvana.
I'm thinking more like my, pop girl dreams here. I'm thinking my childhood. Okay. And then in 1978, on this day, the Police released their single Roxanne. Banger. Wasn't really that.
I'm sorry.
because it's because what are the songs about? I bet.
I had
guarantee.
a thought come into my head. It really I thought I was gonna blow beer everywhere. Man. I had to really reel myself in for that one.
We're glad you didn't blow beer everywhere.
Not to look like a whale in here. We're losing Ellie. She's,
I hope she's next. Okay.
Fountain no booze, and just
those pretty glasses, they're fucking up.
Wow. Oh, and then this one is random, but I just thought it was kind of fun to know. In 1985, Wham became the first Western pop group to perform live in China. So there's that. I know it was a big day. So, and then in 2005. This one's a little lengthy, so the original manuscript of Don McLean's American Pie sold for $1.2 million at a New York auction, as they always do.
It was
Always
$1. It was $1 for every word in that song.
literally. Don said writing the song was a mystical trip into his past, and repeatedly mentioned phrase "the day the music died." And does anyone know what that refers to? Trivia.
I do, but I'm going to send it to the gentleman over here.
Buddy Holly.
Nice, good job. Yes. Gold star. Refers to the plane crash in 1959, which unfortunately killed Buddy Holly, the Big Bopper, and Richie Valens.
Richie Valens. Yeah, they're on the same.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
Yes.
The Crickets.
The Crickets,
I
yes.
feel like there was a
It's
big anniversary that just happened just a few weeks ago.
Well,
like
it was
the
Buddy
50th
Holly's
anniversary, or
Oh, was it? And then it was Buddy Holly's birthday, I think, in February?
I don't know. I think I'm going to have to go back through the Jordy Files.
Yeah, you're going to have to watch if you want to find out all of that. And
see.
then we must obviously touch on departures. In 1981, Christopher Kit Lambert, British record producer and manager of The Who, passed away at the age of 45. And then in 2000, Hines, the bass player and singer with The Tornadoes, passed away at the age of 57. In 2013, veteran producer and engineer Andy Johns passed away at the age of 61. He worked on many classic albums for the Rolling Stones and a series of albums by Led Zeppelin during the 1970s. In 2016, American singer, songwriter, and guitarist Jimmy Van Zant passed away. Fun name, Van Zant. And then in
A lot of Van Zants out
Van
there.
Yeah, a
Zant.
lot of
Legendary.
musical Van Dance. Yeah.
Oh.
Van Zant. I can't even say it.
Yeah, I know,
Van
right? Say that 3 times
Van
fast.
Zant.
And then Last but not least, in 2020, John Prine, American country folk singer and songwriter with the hits Hello and There, Angel from Montgomery, and Paradise, passed away of COVID-19 complications at the age of 73, which sounds so crazy to say
a year later.
Yeah,
Isn't that?
I know.
that's crazy.
I know.
I read that today and I was like,
Oh, did you?
I did. And I was like, wow, we're going to be reporting,
I know.
of the
That's-
passing of a legend from a year ago,
Yep.
over something that we're still dealing with. It's just,
That's wild.
I don't know. It's mysterious in so many ways.
Yep. And that concludes the Jordy Files.
Yeah, Jordy Files. I do have a late addition.
Oh.
Joining us in the YouTube chat room is Mr. Scott Bench.
Oh, my birthday Jordy Files helper.
Yeah. He did
The
say
binge.
that the late maestro Ravi Shankar would have been 101 today.
Holy moly.
So, yeah, Scott, I kind of harassed Scott a little bit earlier. I was like, he said that he didn't have a gig tonight. And I was like, oh, sounds like somebody needs to reclaim their crown for Name That Tune. And here he is. So, Scott, thanks for joining us, buddy. And that is the Jordy Files.
Thank you all. A pleasure, never a chore.
Oh, boy. Well, of course, if you can't get enough of the Jordy Files, you can binge all of her segments at jncpodcast.com. Just click on the Jordy Files link. Now we're going to put Jake on the hot seat in the rapid fire interview inspired by the late, great James Lipton, host of Inside the Actor Studio. This is Inside the Lipton Tea. Perhaps. Here we go.
I'm out of it. No, I'm back in.
You almost got off easy.
I know.
Good evening, and welcome to Inside the Lipton Tea. I'm Brad Brock, playing the part of Mr. James Lipton. I'm here with singer-songwriter and guitar virtuoso, Jake Walden. Jake, are you ready to begin?
As ready as I'm going to be.
Jake, what is your favorite word?
Favorite word? Lugubrious.
First time for that, yeah.
What is your least favorite word?
Moist.
What turns you on?
Usually light switches, maybe.
What turns you off?
Light switches.
What sound or noise do you love?
Motorcycle starting up.
What sound or noise do you hate?
When I messed up and my girlfriend knows it.
Ah,
Bad noise.
that's a bad noise. God, we all know it so well. What is your favorite curse word?
Oh, man. Damn, that's a good one.
Damn is a good one.
Damn, no, not damn. Damn's not it. I would.
Dumb fuck's a good one.
Ah.
Oh, ass clown. Ass clown.
That's a good one. What profession other than your own would you like to try?
I feel like psychology. I feel like psychologist. I'd like to take a dabble in that. I don't think it's something you take a dabble in. You could potentially ruin someone's life. But if I could do it without the repercussions, that'd be it.
There you go.
Nice.
What job would you not do under any circumstance?
Any job that Mike Rowe has done on his show.
Dirty jobs.
Any
Yeah.
job,
Fair enough.
I'm out.
I always say if it has to do with poop, I'm out.
Yep. Well, hate to say it. I used to do plumbing for a long time.
So you know. Poop.
So fun stuff.
It wasn't the shit.
They never. You tell them not to flush their toilet, and they do it anyway, and just not fun for anybody involved.
Just terrible.
We're
Just
the only
terrible.
ones that suffer.
And finally, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
I would like him to say, "I'm welcome to jam with anyone that has passed," and I'm hoping that I just walk in and there's a room and it's Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, freaking Eddie Van Halen, okay? And I just want to sit down with all three of them and just soak up the glory, honestly.
Awesome. I feel like that's a pretty common musician request that some legend is there ready to jam. Oh man, well, great job. That's inside the Lipton tea. Great answers.
Yeah.
What was the first word again? Lugubrious. Are you able to define that?
I have no clue. I could take a stab at it. I like to throw it in when I don't know if it's adjective, or verb, or a noun. I would say adjective, maybe, or noun. Something is lugubrious. I don't know. I like to just throw it in because no one knows it enough to where they're going to challenge you on your usage of it.
Very wise.
And if somebody does, that they are that you need to hang around them because they're clearly educated.
Yeah.
It is an adjective.
Yeah.
That's the wrong word, Jordan.
Fuck.
Oh shit. Yeah. Pedantic.
How do you spell it?
Pedantic is another one.
Lugubrious.
Lugubrious.
Oh man. Well,
Is it not a real word?
I don't know. It might be
it
a
not
word that you've just made up.
Yeah, did I miss the word?
Is it laborious? Lugubrious.
No,
Okay. I don't-
lugubrious. It
sounds like a real word.
not a real word.
I don't know.
Voluptuous is my backup. That's a real word. I know that one's real.
Stumped Google.
Yeah.
Congrats.
awesome.
Wow.
Well, while Jordan keeps
Or
trying to
me.
figure
Yeah,
that out,
probably just stumped me.
we do have a very special guest that has made his way into the lounge. The one, the only, the Kevin McLoughlin. Welcome, Kevin. I don't have your mic plugged in yet, but I'm going to get you sorted out while we get the gentleman to play another song.
Oh man.
What do you say? You guys get those thinking caps on because coming up next, we're going to play a round of Name That Tune with all of you out there. But in the meantime, here's another song from Jake and Ed.
Detuning, gentlemen. This is getting a little.
West on 80 won't take too long. We'll start climbing up to mountain time. The girl I know there, she lives free and easy. She gives me wonders and she takes my mind. West on 80 won't take too long. The road starts climbing up to mountain time. The girl is waiting, she won't wait too long. I'll drive all night into that mountain high. And she's white as eagles, and she's sweet as honeysuckle. Her life flowing like a mountain stream, and she takes me somewhere, and it's good to be there. And she folds me into her bright golden wing. Bright golden wing. West on 80 won't take too long. The road starts climbing up to mountain time. Girl, I know that she lives free and easy. She gives me wonders and she takes my mind. And she's wild as eagles and she's sweet as honeysuckle, her life flowing like a mountain stream. And she takes me somewhere and it's good to be there. And she folds me into her bright golden wing. I feel the wind blow, I feel love grow. And I'll be there when the morning comes. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
A little emotional.
There's something to be said about drop D. Let's say
It
that.
is. Man, it can make you sound way better than you are. I'll tell you that much.
I don't know about that, buddy. You're pretty good, man. You're pretty good.
Working
Brad's had
on
a
it.
little
I gotta-
bit to drink.
You're pretty okay.
I gotta make sure we can get to your head out the door here.
Yeah, one of us has to drive. So, I mean,
Oh man. Kevin, what's up, man? I don't have a camera over in that general vicinity that's functioning, of course. But what's going on, my dude? Oh, is that the
Oh,
the
no.
plug?
Wow.
Now he's got it. We've located it though. We found the source of the problem.
Yeah, we have pinpointed.
I'm not sure what I plugged in.
Wow.
Something extra. Whatever it did, it made me,
Yeah,
you know,
it's fine.
it made me play guitar better. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, maybe. Wow.
Oh, wow.
It's the talent cord. That's what it is.
Oh, maybe it was that microphone.
It's the talent cord.
Could be. Let me see that one. Nope.
No.
It probably was that microphone. Let me see that cable though.
That's okay. It's like when I used to do sound for country bands, and the road manager would give me the singer's acoustic guitar plug and be like, "Hi, just don't plug it in anywhere."
Don't plug it in anywhere.
Let's see if that mic works, actually, buddy.
Is that better?
No, of
Nope.
course not. That's okay.
We'll talk to someone who does have a mic.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Kevin's just going to listen tonight.
Over there.
We'll get you. Let's get Kevin a whiteboard though, because we want him to play along. You guys, we invite all of you tuning in live to play along with us here in the JNC Lounge while we write our answers down on the boards. You'll be putting your guesses in the chats and comments. We are looking for the name of the song and the artist. And of course, at the end of the game, we'll choose a lucky participant to get some fun JNC swag. So let's play Name That Tune.
We don't have another whiteboard.
I'm sorry to be a Debbie Downer.
What?
I don't.
How many
even
did
do
you
know.
have?
There was a lot to start. I can give Kevin mine.
Oh, that's so nice.
I know.
Jordan. Oh, let's play that again.
Yes.
I'm even.
Yay!
I'm a little upset that there's a whiteboard. That's cheat. I don't think we can. I think that's cheating. Yeah.
There has to be another one.
Oh, they're up there. Of course.
Oh, bam! There we go.
And you
There
got
you go,
markers and an eraser over there.
Marvy.
Now I'm in the cool people club.
We'll fix it. We'll fix it in
Yes.
post.
Yeah. This never happened.
All right, you guys. Tonight's category is, of course, Blues Gods.
Oh,
Blues
no.
Gods.
Now I'm gonna embarrass every single person who listens to the blues right now.
That's all right. No one can be worse at this game than I am. I'm literally the worst.
You just got to put down a funny guess. I think you win on points. Isn't that
Yeah.
how Cards Against Humanity works?
Yeah, it's like creativity.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Creativity
All right,
counts.
Kev. I think you're in like
We
Flynn.
get points for creativity.
There you are.
Oh.
He's here.
There's that voice.
There he is. He's with us.
Yes.
All right, so it's just me and Jordan and Jake and Ed and the cameras here on this board because I'm a loser and I didn't do this right. Even though Jordan was like, "Did you do this right?"
Well, I only said Lipton tea, to be fair, not
that's
to name
fair.
that tune, so you didn't know.
Well, we're gonna pour this beer the right way.
Hey, I poured mine pretty well over here.
Just gonna keep drinking.
I think we should let Jordy off the hook on that one.
Fair enough.
Yeah, although you did that one really quickly, and it worked well still, so.
I had to do this one so slow
I'm
to make it
impressed.
proper.
Yeah.
Well, I don't do anything slow. Let's.
Sorry, Jordan.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, dear heavens.
All right, you guys. Well, out there, we've given you plenty of time to get your life together and get ready to play this game. Are you guys ready to play here in the lounge?
I mean,
As ready as we'll ever be.
It's not
Perfect.
getting any better than it is now, Brad. It's
Silence.
not getting any.
it's all downhill from here. Who
Trying
said
to
that?
rise above. That was me. It was Mr.
Jake-
Pot forward
Jake
thinking
says.
over here.
All right, you guys. Here's the first clue in Name That Tune.
Yes, the eagle flies on Friday, and Saturday I go out to play.
Pretty long clue.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh. I mean,
Jake is
they're-
already done.
They're both writing away.
They're ready to rock and roll. What is that? What was that?
Wait, did I just give away the name of the song without knowing that I gave away the name of the song? Oh, is that? Oh. I don't know what she wrote. Oh,
I don't even know what it is.
impressive. You can read that
I'm already
from here.
dying.
Can you do it one more time? I'm sorry.
Here it is one more time.
Yes, the eagle flies on Friday,
And Saturday I go out to play.
Before I unveiled this board,
Drums
right?
and Rums said, stop snorting. Drums and Rums, Paul from Drums and Rums said, Bluesy McBlues. It's not the correct answer. However, Darlene Morehouse in with the win. It is Stormy Monday. That's the name of the song. We are looking for the artist.
Nice job,
Now we're looking for
Darlene.
the artist.
I didn't reveal my secrets yet.
Anybody? What do we got here in the lounge? We got a little bit of a delay.
I got.
Stormy Monday by Jake Walden is what Kevin said.
I did not write that one, contrary to popular belief.
Stormy Monday, BB King did a version of it, but this is not that version.
Foo. Wicked Horns.
Ellie wrote Wicked Horns by the artist.
And then what did the song sing? The eagle flies on Friday. I
wait.
put the bird sings on Sunday.
You get points for creativity, but it's wrong.
Damn it.
What did you have over there, Ed?
BB King.
Yeah, we both said BB King.
It's not BB King.
I had
Believe
BB
that?
King also. Yeah.
But he did do a version of that. The correct answer is, and Scott Benj came in with it over on YouTube, T-Bone Walker.
About to say T-Bone Walker.
T-Bone Walker.
Yes, the eagle flies on Friday.
I had to look myself to see who originally recorded this.
I'm supposed to know that, though. I'm going to get shot.
I'm supposed to know that.
It's okay. We had a guest on here. He was in a musical, and I did a song from the musical. I'm not diming you out, Ryan.
Wow.
Ryan, you're screwed, dude.
He was in a musical, and I played a song from said musical, and he didn't know it.
Oh, wow.
So, to be fair, it was from the film version, not the stage version. So, I guess we'll give him a pass.
Yeah, it's like
But I'm
half
not
a
mentioning
point.
any names, but Ryan Owens,
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Dang.
savage.
Burn.
All right, you guys.
Toasted.
Here is clue number 2. Should have saved that artist name.
Oh, good hint, Brad.
It's one of my favorite songs. I actually need to add it to my arsenal.
I love the album cover for this. Have you ever seen the album cover?
I have not seen it.
Oh,
well, I may
man.
have seen it. I just can't think of it off.
Dude, look it up, man. I'm telling you, you get a kick out of it.
Here it is one more time for you playing at home, and just because it's awesome. Nice. Everybody's saying BB King, which is correct for the artist's name. And Scott, of course, is getting his crown back tonight with The Thrill Is Gone. What do you guys have here in the lounge? Thrill is gone. Thrill is gone. Thrill is gone. Soul guitar. What do you got, Ed?
I have, it's T-Bone Walker.
Are you dyslexic, man?
And the thrill is not gone. It's only sleeping.
You get points. You get points.
That's good.
Dyslexia at its finest. He
love
mixed them around.
Drums and Rums also getting it. BB King, The Thrill Is Gone. Jeff Coulter from Raincat Recording Studio, Thrill Is Gone.
Dang.
Look at Jeff.
Yeah, you guys are
Piping in.
killing it out there tonight. All right, next clue for you. I'm going to rhyme for the rest of the night.
Oh, no.
Jordan.
Hey, man, I've been pretty quick to write on these, at least.
You're killing the game. You're definitely ahead of the curve for most of the guests. Sometimes I stump them. I try to build the song list around them, and I always end up just putting them in the dirt.
Yeah. Hey, man, if I hadn't got that first one,
Yeah.
I'm not going to sleep for a week from that.
Here it is one more time for you playing at home.
I know it
know.
if someone says it.
I know.
I'm so bad at it.
I cut it before the drums came in because I think that's what would have sold it. But Drums and Rums is in with the artist. It is Stevie Ray Vaughan. What do you guys have here in the lounge? Yeah. Pride and Joy. Nothing on that.
UV rays.
What do you got, Ed?
Well, this is Pride and Joy, but it's Robert Vaughn's version from The Man from U.N.C.L.E. He does the song. Everybody thinks it's Stevie Ray Vaughan, but it's not.
Oh,
It's his uncle?
He has the insider knowledge, doesn't he?
nice. It's believable.
It is.
It's because it's true, Jordan.
Oh,
His brother Jimmy, really, you know.
Even I
Scott in with Stevie Ray Vaughan, Pride and Joy, of course. All right, I got just a couple more for you. These get a little bit more obscure.
All right.
good.
So you guys might as well just take a bathroom break.
I've got-
we might be
I've
better
gotten-
at this.
I'm
Okay?
cool with 2. I mean, I've gotten 2.
Here we go. Next clue coming at you.
I know it.
Yeah, I feel like I do
when
too.
when Ellie's concentration face, it's just like it's a mix between surprised.
Considering it was the last song I just played.
That doesn't help us.
I'm not sure Brad's gonna get it.
You couldn't have written that in a book.
Seriously, when you started doing it, I was like, all right, this is gonna be a slam dunk
Fades
for Name
in.
That Tune.
Perfect.
That is actually my new favorite song.
It's so good, right? Here it is one more time. Go ahead, Jordan. Just write the lyrics that you heard.
I can't even make out any of the lyrics.
All right. Drums and Rums said Creed. That's not right.
Can you take me higher? That's not the.
All right. Well, while they're thinking over there in internet land, what do you guys have here? It is Joe Bonamassa, Mountain Time, Pacific Time, Eric Gales for creativity. Last song sang by Jake Walden. You get a point for that. Honeysuckle, Jake Walden. Good enough for me.
We take hints well,
Honeysuckle Jake Walden.
very literally.
It's one of Jordan's go-tos. She
Grabs
regularly
the lyrics, right?
Yeah, she hears it and she's like,
It's
"Oh,
smart.
yeah."
You got like a 50-50
Yeah,
shot
I was
on
gonna
that.
say. I mean, it's your best shot with what you're given. Mm.
The thing
all you
is,
have to
I
go
normally
off of.
never put the hook in the clue, so it's never right.
Yeah, but it's funny sometimes.
All right, one more clue for you here. Name That Tune. It's coming at you right now.
You're gonna have to find yourself another best friend somehow.
It's so good.
Now, I actually know a little bit about this tune, so I have.
Oh, we got a story time? Love it.
A little something, something.
Little something, something. Here it is one more time before you play it at home.
You're gonna have to find yourself another best friend somehow.
We had some latecomers for the last tune. Darlene came in with Mountain Time. I'm impressed, Darlene. Go you.
It's awesome.
And Scott said Jake Walden Band. He said I thought it sounded like Joe, but I've never heard that one. So how fun. Oh my gosh, look, I can move this and I could see Ellie. This is incredible.
Wow,
You know, Kevin,
riveting.
I'm living in the future. Oh, of course it took away Jake and Ed. There they are. Here we go. Look, we're all on screen again.
For the last one.
Oh,
Except for Kevin.
Oh. Wow.
All right. What'd you guys get for this last tune here? It is the Derek Trucks Band, Down in the Flood. Of course, Jake Walden Band. I'll take it. Best Friend, Creed. Goose
Goose egg.
Goose Egg. Nice. Yeah. All right.
Wow.
Jake, you fared better than most of the guests.
I'm a little depressed about the first one. I'm going to sleep on it. But I do know something about the last one. It was actually written by Bob Dylan, that song.
No
On the Flood.
kidding.
Yep.
Wow.
Written by Bob Dylan.
Speaking of, incredible songwriters, and influences. There you go. No kidding. I did not even know that. Not that I know much of anything.
Neither do I, clearly, according to Stormy Monday, a standard, and I even got the right or wrong.
It's all good. I won't hold it against you.
It was rough.
All right, friends. We're going to freshen up our drinks here in the lounge, so we're leaving you in the very capable hands of leadership coach Tony Espinosa. Take some notes. This is your midweek motivation.
BradBrock.com. How you doing, my friend? Jams and cocktails, Wednesday nights. What's up, Jordan? Hope you're doing well, my lady. Hope everyone is amazing. Look, when you're working towards your dreams and your goals, you're going to hit roadblocks. You're going to hit speed bumps. Sometimes you're going to think about quitting, and that's okay. As long as you're not quitting for the wrong reasons. If you're quitting because it's getting too tough, that's one thing. But along my journey, I've started things, and on my journey towards accomplishing those goals and those dreams, I found a different dream along the way. Not that the first dream didn't matter anymore, but it was like, wait a second, that's not really what I want to do. This is kind of what I want to be doing over here. See, as we're going through this journey of transformation, of changing into better people, living a better life, controlling your emotions, owning every situation, when you start going down this path of self-awareness, self-leadership, goal setting, goal attaining, you're going to learn that you're not going to be the same person you are when you started the journey. Within 3 months, 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years. So it's okay if your dreams change. I started off to wanting to be this motivational speaker and do all these crazy things and write books. And I found out that's really not what I want to be doing. It's fun and all. I love motivating. I love coaching. It's one of my favorite things to do. But now I do it more as a mentorship program. There's not much money involved anymore. I'm not trying to make a huge living off of it because my goals have shifted. My dreams have shifted. I got what I want. I got to a certain level doing one thing, but it opened up doors and avenues to do other things. So I'm not quitting on that dream. That dream just became something new and something bigger. So don't ever feel bad if you feel like you need to make a change. If this just isn't working out, as long as what you were working towards, you've learned something from it and grew as a person on that leg of the journey, and now you can move on to do what it is that you really want to be doing. And you might find on your way that it just wasn't the interest you thought it was, and that's okay. So don't feel bad trying a bunch of different things. Keep going, keep massaging the ideas, keep learning what you can until you don't like learning it anymore, until you don't have anything else to learn, or until you found a new dream and a new goal to accomplish. Brad Brock, I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Be well.
Woo! Tony Espinosa. Yes. That's a great message. When I listened to it earlier today, it hit me because I was like, I look at my own career path over the last 18 years, and and of course it went from wanting to be a rock star and to then being I want to travel and play music, and then I just want to play music and earn a living, and now it's like I want to be a part of other musicians' stories and bring those to light. So it's okay to evolve your passions. Just because you set out to be one thing and doors open to lead you to another path doesn't mean that you're a sellout or that you're giving up on the dream. It's just evolving. And that was a excellent sentiment from our good friend, Tony Espinosa. And of course, if you are interested in seeing what else Tony has to offer, be sure to visit his website at TonyEspinosaLeadership.com and check him out on social media by searching Tony Espinosa Leadership. Coming up next, we'll be hitting you with all of our shameless plugs. But first, how about another tune from the boys, Jake Walden and Ed Berrios. I'm going to do a little acoustic jam. Oh, we're going to do the song again in drop D?
I prepared this on purpose. I waited for this moment for a double drop D.
Hang on 1 second. Let me make sure I get everybody's guitar working here.
Well, the funny part is I'm doing this one solo probably. So
Perfect.
would have been perfect for last occasion. But.
Well, I'm West Coloma bound, trading in my hammer for a bandit child. These blue jeans are faded black, traded in my hammer, and the 40 has gone back. When Mike found his nugget in the southern fork of the river American, now I know I'm making man, but I'm so desperate I had myself a plan. Well, I have my 45 tucked in my waistband. I put it out on Mike. Oh, when all was said and done, I ran off with my prize towards that Cali sun.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome. Well, let me get Kevin's mic back on because he is going to have some shameless plugs, I'm sure.
Right
Of course,
on.
I need to make sure I put in the right cable.
Am I the last guy with the shot?
I already been,
No,
no,
we saw
nobody's
yours.
taken them yet.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
Are we cheersing yet?
Kevin, you gotta find it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's over there.
Sweet mercy.
So, if anybody would like to sponsor a brand new, huge, giant mixing console,
We only need about 24 channels, and we should be good, probably, right?
yeah,
Is that the number?
Might as well.
100?
We might as well go with 32.
Okay, 32. Okay.
We might as well go with 32 channels.
So if y'all are shopping,
Yeah,
32,
if you're just out at Sam's Club and you just want to buy a
32 channel mixer.
a Members Mark Members Mark mixing console.
I have one laying around the garage. I'll grab it and bring it over.
32 channels?
No, it's 16, but it's more than what you got.
That's true. Is it USB?
No.
Oh.
Oh, well, I tried.
you can't win them all.
So, quick shameless plug before we get into shameless plugs.
Ooh, a
we have an
pre-plug.
Amazon. We have an Amazon wish list. I have some things on there.
A 32 channel
If
mixing
you guys
board.
want to come together and throw in a couple bucks to come up with, a few $1,000s for this really nice mixer, You could send it right to the lounge here. Anyway, you guys, the time has come to go around the room and tell you all about the fun things we've got going on and coming up. So without further ado, this is our Jordan. What is this?
Oh, it is the Shameless Plugs. Wasn't that good? I felt a little weak about it.
Oh, you're undecided.
Did it look okay?
To be fair, babe, it's been a while since I had you
I know.
do
I
it.
felt a little caught off guard.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're going to get back into the swing of
Okay,
things.
I'll pick it up
We're getting
one day.
back into the swing of things. As tradition states, we'll let our guests, Jake and Ed, kick off the Shameless Plugs. So, guys, tell us about all the things you've got going on and coming up.
Man, we got a lot going on. I have a handy dandy calendar on me, which I don't have on me, so I don't have it on me. This Sunday we are doing the Guitar Slinger Shootout.
Yes.
7 to 10 at Terra Fermata with Mr. Kevin McLoughlin here. So that is the highlight of what we got going on right now.
That's gonna rock.
You know, and that's, I mean, we're in this, we have a ton of dates we just booked. That's the closest show I can think of that. I think Monday, April 19th is the next one after that. We're at Josco Bar and Oven in DeQuesta. We're doing a leukemia benefit for children with leukemia. So that'll be really fun. Looking forward to doing that. So that's what we got going on, man. We're just trying to stay busy. You know, we booked 18 shows. Well, now it's 19 shows over in the past 2 weeks, and we're going to keep booking more of them. So we're going to keep rolling on that path. In the studio, we'll be in the studio all year cranking out songs, and I'm hoping by next year this time we'll have a full album together. So we're going to release them a single at a time, and the one we're working on right now, we're looking at releasing within the next couple of months. So those are the most exciting things we have going on right now.
That's awesome. Yeah, and of course, Carry Me Home is out and available to check out, right?
It is out and available. We released it on March 20th of last year, right when everyone shut the doors and said, we're not buying any new music. So it was a fun experience. That one's still good. Go out and get it if you like it. If you like us, if you like blues, rock, jazz, funk, R&B, jam band, any of that stuff, give it a listen. If you don't like that, then you'll hate us. And I understand. I get it.
But if you check the Jake Walden Band on Facebook or Jake Walden Band on Instagram, you'll find, the show dates coming up. We have,
Absolutely.
South Florida Fair in May, Brewhouse Gallery in May, South Florida Fair again towards the end of the month, Sailfish Brewing Company, Taco Tiki, Hogwild Festival, which we did last year.
Nice. Which you killed at.
Oh man,
That was a fun one, man.
Yeah.
We
That
always
was-
play,
that was a blast.
We got
You know-
Earls in June now, so we're heating up a little bit.
the weather didn't exactly cooperate, but I think this year things will be a little bit different. And there were some great bands there.
Oh, yeah.
Not for nothing.
I can't believe that's been a year.
Oh, yeah.
Atlanta
Sounds-
Rhythm Section's playing this year.
Yes. What is that? What's the big song? It's like, I'm so into
So
you.
into you and spooky,
Yeah.
So into you.
So that's a great tune. You know what? Side story, sorry. Perks of hosting the show. To me, So Into You is like, this is going to sound so weird because it only makes sense to me, I think. And now that I'm saying it out loud for the first time in history, it's even more ridiculous. But like, So Into You is one of these songs where it's like, I feel like every time I hear it, it's because I'm like half asleep laying on a couch. And it's like, and it comes on and now like, I don't know. Every time I hear it, I just feel like I should be laying on a couch, like just chilling. And this is very specific,
He's pretty laid back.
specifically on a couch. I think maybe I was hypnotized
I know what's
somewhere,
going
maybe
on.
at the South Florida
Is it
Fair.
maybe a past life. Maybe a past life.
I don't
experienced
know
this song.
But yeah, like I hear it
On
and
the
it just
couch.
it puts me in a certain mood.
Was that on the Muzak at your therapist's office?
Maybe it was.
Might have been.
It could have
Man,
been.
I played that song in a cover band, so every time I think of that song, I think of midnight rolling around with about 28 people in a bar that are all just absolutely schlitzed, and they want to hear some songs that they know, and that's what goes on. I look like George Harrison in the bar, just like a little skinny kid, high school kid, and all these people were out there like, play Freebird! And I'm just,
Yeah. Oh, The huge, right?
Is that like the communal, like sacred, or not sacred, but song?
It's a
like
go-to.
No, Freebird. Is that like the one that you're just like?
Well,
There's a list.
Well, the most depressing part about it is I don't think anybody likes playing Freebird, but I played in a Skinner tribute band for a bit, and I had to play it. Like I didn't have a choice. Like
Yeah.
that was just the show ender because
That would be
everybody would
rough.
yell. Even at a Skinner tribute band concert, in that band, people would yell Freebird. It's like, you know what's gonna happen. Just shut up. I don't.
It'll come. It'll come.
I know.
It has its time.
I could just that sounds like a cartoon. Like that's a cartoon to like go and
It's like Wile E. Coyote. It really is.
It really
It's
is.
ridiculous.
Oh man. Well, before we move on in Shameless Plugs, I think we got shots here. I didn't realize it.
I just took mine.
Oh, seems like a good time.
All right.
I waited.
Well, cheers to you guys. Thank you guys for
Cheers.
tuning in live with us and tuning in later on. Green tea will never be the same again, will it, Jake?
Man, no, it won't. That's delicious, man. That's sour mix. I'm telling you.
Yep.
It made the difference, didn't it?
It does.
My bad. My bad. I'm
okay.
sorry.
It's okay. You were served foamed out beer at the beginning, so it's understandable. You had to take it out on us for your wrong. You know, you've been wrong.
For you just joining us, we coined the the ladies here. So Jake was like, "Oh man, you got your own production crew," and I was like, "Yeah, they're more like a destruction crew." And if they didn't prove that was the case today, I don't think
Yeah.
it's never been this.
Well, we were sitting here. I remember sitting here, and I heard what could only be described as your entire vase collection breaking, but it was just a shaker. It was an aluminum shaker from the other room.
But we did get the all clear. All is okay in
did.
there. Nothing broke.
It was an
Just a
immediate. We're
distance.
good.
It's good. Nothing's broken.
It's like a cartoon show here at the lounge, for sure. Oh gosh.
It's good times.
Well, Kevin, you got any shameless plugs to get in?
Oh, I got a bunch of shows coming up. Just get on Facebook and type in hashtag Kevin M, and that will take you around the long way. But because good luck spelling my name, so I try to use that instead.
It's not bad. Not a bad idea.
But really, I am so excited about this Sunday because I have had the honor of going toe to toe with Jake Walden, and I've been telling the story. I want to tell it to you before Sunday comes. Is that this guy is so great on guitar that he would play something, and after I was recovered from being so blown away from hearing it, the thing that I was inspired to play in response to that was too hard for me to play. So I had to not play what I was trying to play and just come up with something else. And so, man, I'm honored to get a chance to share the stage with you again. And I've been practicing. I hope I can keep up.
Man, it's been so fun. I mean, honestly, dude, I gotta get my ass in gear and start practicing. I've been straight slacking.
I play with the guy. It's hard to keep up.
No,
There's no keeping
they're
up.
being humble, man. Kevin's a serious musician, dude. We've had some fun times together. We've had some
Kevin
jams and some
kicks it,
shreds
man.
together. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Kevin's
He's downplaying his ability. I guarantee you, when Sunday happens, everybody gets there. It's just going to be two guys having a great time making a bunch of music, and that's what it's all about. And,
Truly.
And Kevin's band, man, they rock.
Yeah.
You know?
It's funny,
Come out,
I-
it's going to have some high energy to this whole
Yeah.
day. Okay.
So excited.
Kevin and I actually share a bass player oftentimes, Justin Mandel,
Oh,
who is an
Justin's a
absolute
monster.
beast.
Yeah, Justin.
Shout out to Justin.
So,
Monster.
yeah, Justin
You
Mandel.
got Mike on the drums?
Yeah, Mike on the drums. And Justin
dude, it's
reminded
killer
me
rhythm section.
that Justin was on stage when you and I met at that sit-in night.
I was telling Brad, I was saying I couldn't remember if it wasn't a Bluesberry Jam yet, right? It was just
No,
the
it
jam
was
night.
Southern Rock Night.
Southern Rock night. Okay, yeah.
That's right.
And they showed up to
I knew
hang
that
out,
story.
yeah.
I even knew that story.
That Justin, man, he's unbelievable.
Oh,
Right.
Justin's a cat.
Well, yeah, we just played Thursday night together at a Square Grouper in Fort Pierce.
That's the guy you do the duo with.
Yep.
Okay, there you go.
And we were. It was the end of the gig. We were tearing down, and I was telling him about that I was helping to host that event on Sunday, the Guitar Slinger Shootout, and I was and he's like. His brain works on another wavelength. So he didn't even mention it when I was talking about it. I was like, as he's getting ready to walk away, I was like, "Are you playing that gig with Kevin? Are you on that gig?" And he's like, I don't know. And he looked at his phone and he pulled it up and he's like, "I am on that gig." I was like, "I'll see you on Sunday." Bang, bang. It's so yeah, he's on another
busy
planet,
guy.
man. Yeah, he's great. So
Yeah, monster is the word that comes to mind.
that's
Yeah.
a better adjective.
Yeah.
You know what? Did we readdress this? Hate to keep going back to it, but we had two people chime in with the definition
you're gonna go back
for
to it.
lugubrious.
You right up top. I knew it was a word.
It is a word.
It is
It
a
is a
word.
word, and
Yep.
the definition is looking or sounding sad and dismal. So there
Wow.
you go.
I'm
Lugubrious.
Yes.
I'm a scumbag for saying that was my favorite word, but it is interesting to say.
It
You
still
can't-
sounds fun.
However, you know, if I may get a little psychological, sounding sad or dismal is really
Is the
what the
blues.
blues
That's
sounds
it. I'm
like,
telling
right?
you, it all comes back.
You know, so the blues you could say is lugubrious.
You got to add lugubrious to your bio.
I know. I have to add the lugubrious Jake Walden. Did they say if it's an adjective or not?
It did say
It
adjective.
is an adjective.
Yeah, the Jake Walden is very. No, hold on. The lugubrious Jake Walden is debuting in the Guitar Slinger Shootout on Sunday with Kevin McLoughlin.
Yes.
Put that on a poster.
Awesome.
I
Anybody
love
else have any shameless? Did we not get through all of your shameless plugs?
Yes, we did.
Did we? Okay.
He said hashtag Kevin M for all his events.
He
He
did
kept
say
it nice
that.
and streamlined.
Nice.
Yeah, that is good.
Any shameless plugs from the peanut gallery?
If you want a little, what were we called again? Our crew?
The destruction crew.
Okay, if you want a little
crew.
destruction in your life, Ellie and I are available for a small fee. We will put the
We will come and trash your house.
We put the fun and dysfunctional. So
They're doing gigs now.
Yeah.
This has become a thing.
Yeah.
In front of my eyes.
just like that. Thank you
All right.
for letting us realize our potential here today.
What a night, everybody.
Yeah.
So good. Okay. Well, then
Take it away, Brad.
it comes to me. Everybody can go plan their funerals and get a fresh drink because this usually takes a second.
If you do it in one breath.
Probably not going to happen. Okay. Well, you guys, of course, thank you all again for tuning in live and catching the rerun of this show on YouTube or iHeartRadio and Spotify. Again, please show us some love by liking, sharing, subscribing to, and following our pages. It's the single most free thing that you guys can do to help us out. So we also just launched our Patreon page. It's a subscription-based fan club that helps us reach our goals financially while providing our patrons with exclusive behind-the-scenes content, extended podcast footage, swag bags, and more. So check out the link to our Patreon page and help support our show in a big way this year. Shout out to our sponsors and partners at Code Rum Hop Life Brewing. It is National Beer Day, so make sure that you're drinking a beer. Cheers, chin chin. In case you didn't know that. Of course, Jeff Farashedian at Treasure Coast Entertainment, Zach Jones at Snorkel Corn Entertainment, the Sneaky Tiki in downtown Stuart, Todd and Laura at tcnightlife.com, and our friends at Drizzly.
Drizzly. Sorry, I missed my cue.
Drizzle.
So, Brad, is your OnlyFans page out yet?
It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress. I've got a couple shows going on this week. You can catch me tomorrow night at Manatee Island in Fort Pierce at 5:30 p.m. And Saturday afternoon, I'll be at Costa de Este Beach Resort in Vero Beach at 2 p.m. And Sunday at 7 p.m., I will be hosting the Guitar Slinger Shootout in Stuart at Terra Fermata, featuring the Jake Walden Band and the Kevin McLoughlin Band going head-to-head for guitar glory.
Amazing.
Yes. And of course, you guys, you could see all of my show dates at bradbrock.com. Also, I implore you to go check out the all-new JNC radio station. It's not super new. It's been around for a few months now. But
like an old new.
We feature Kevin McLoughlin music. We feature Jake Walden music. We feature Ellie Brock music, Brad Brock music. Jordan's album's coming out soon.
Yeah.
She's rapping.
We
Yes.
also mix all that in with hit songs, my favorite indie pop tunes, and other great music there that you can catch on that station. And we also do themes throughout the week. And of course, Jams and Cocktails breaks in each Wednesday night at 8 p.m. for our live show. So if you're tired of seeing this mug, you could just listen and let us abuse your ears a little bit. You can tune into our station on the free Live 365 app, or just visit myjncradio.com and click on the player to start listening. Speaking of JNC Radio, we are a proud sponsor of the very first drum roll Guitar Slinger Shootout, and that is coming up this Sunday on April 11th at Terra Fermata. And as we've mentioned many times this evening, but we can't mention it enough because we want you guys to come out to the show. It features the Kevin McLoughlin Band and the Jake Walden Band slugging it out for guitar glory. Once again, yours truly will be emceeing the whole event. So get your tickets at terrafermata.com, or you can get them at the door if I'm correct. It's going to be fun.
Yes, we will let you in if you pay.
Fair enough.
We're kind of obligated to. But
Yes.
Awesome.
Wonderful. We had a question about that, about the tickets
Oh, yes.
and where they can buy them and if they're still
Eventbrite.
available and yada
Yeah,
yada.
they're available through Eventbrite, but the link for that, the easiest thing to do is to either find the event on Facebook or go to terrafermata.com and check out their calendar. A link will go straight to there, or just bring your wallet with you to the door and get in there.
Good hard cash
Absolutely.
work.
Yeah, it
Hard
works.
cash.
There's 2 VIP tickets left. You can get that. And then there's like a family rate price on eventbrite.com. And you can get to that easily by just going to downstreamlive.com.
Downstreamlive.com and check that out. Yeah, for some VIP tickets.
And then there's $10 at the door.
$10 at the door.
Marvelous.
Awesome. And I'll be taking the money and running.
right,
is
Steve
really-
Miller wrote about that one time.
Take the money and run. Yeah.
Actually,
I wasn't that in the quizzical Lipton tea. Yeah. Oh no, not Lipton tea. The
Name that tune.
Name that tune.
Now we have our name that tune for next week.
Yeah, songs about taking the money and run. And Jordan has a shameless plug that she doesn't even know about yet.
Ooh.
She and I are going to be working on a musical project.
Yes.
And when it comes to music, Jordan will be the female William Shatner.
Is this real?
That
What's
sounds
going on here?
incredible.
What does that even mean?
William Shatner is well known for the way that he sings but doesn't sing.
Oh yeah, I'm a rocket man.
Oh,
so
I
good.
could
He
do
does it
that.
like more like dramatic
Okay.
reading
Beam me up.
style.
Yeah, I could
Scotty.
do that.
With his keen acting skills.
Yes, I'm ready for that. That's my life.
Also, you guys, be sure to check out our friends' podcasts. Paul Robertson, host of the Drums and Rums and a avid participant in Name That Tune. Check him out at drumsandrums.com, or you can find his podcast, Drums and Rums, on any podcast platform, Spotify, iHeart. He talks to huge drummers. He talks to local drummers and rummers, and great guy, cool show. Also sending out a shout out to Ben and Hector from the band The Killbillies. They just launched their own South Florida music podcast called the 561 Music Podcast. And they are on episode 2 now. And it's super fun. So they've had Sierra Lane. They just had Bryce Allen. And I believe that they're recording with Big Vince from Double Roads Tavern tonight.
Wow.
So that'll be coming up this Friday. Each Friday their podcast drops. So check that out, you South Florida people, for a very cool new podcast. Also, our friend Flint Blade has a podcast called Being a Musician. And it's not quite a every week thing. He just kind of films them when he's able to, but very cool. Flint is actually going to be a guest pretty soon on our show, next few weeks or so. So that'll be fun. And his podcast is very cool, and he has some cool people on there. So check that out. They are available on all your favorite podcast platforms. And that has been my shameless plugs. All right. Well, it's that time of night when we begin to wind things down. Any chance you guys have one more jam left in you?
That was perfect.
I like to put everybody on the spot.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
I know I have to leave my land of drop D, unfortunately.
No, not the land of drop D. Well, you guys, while I'm in the tunnel. While they're tuning up here, I do want to say thank you guys for joining us. And if you haven't yet, go check out our Patreon page, as I mentioned, because you get to see all the After Dark, the JNC After Dark things, which we'll be filming just after this live stream ends. So you'll be able to see that tomorrow. And it's just for patrons.
Do you think we will?
I'm going to hit the record button this time. But you guys, here it is one more time. The Jake Walden Band. You can see them on Sunday at Terra Fermata. I'll be there. Kevin McLoughlin will be there. Jordan will be there. Ellie may or may not be there. But it's going to be a good time. Here they are one more time. Jake and Ed.
Woo.
Mississippi Railroad liner, stop your freight train. Mississippi Railroad liner, stop your freight train. Head down to the station, don't take my good away. Delta waters rising, storms on its way. Delta waters rising, storms on its way. Have mercy on me, Lord, don't make me pay. Start howling, close your window pane. When that wind starts howling, close your window pane. Them trees start moving, it'll make a man go insane. Well, my baby loved me before the big line. Well, my baby loved me before the big line. And I'm down in the flood now, and I'm allowed a sweet time.
1, 2, 3, 4.
you guys are amazing, and I'm so stoked for the show on Sunday. This will be my first time getting to see the band actually perform live. As musicians, it's tough to get out there and see other musicians play. And as I always say, this show is really kind of a selfish way for me to get to meet my colleagues and get private concerts, the ultimate house concerts, so I appreciate so much for you guys coming up and hanging out with us tonight and getting to know you a little bit better. And so talented. And I hate to harp on it, but you're so young, and you've accomplished so much already, and you just have your whole career ahead of you, man. I'm super stoked.
Thank you, man.
Jake Walden.
Thank you all for having us. Thank you. Looking forward to Sunday. We're going to have some fun.
And surrounding yourself by just the most amazing players in the area. Ed Berrios, you guys. Kevin McLoughlin hiding over here in the corner. And of course, I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight live here in the lounge and on Facebook and YouTube and on JNC Radio if you're listening in. I certainly hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Give it up for our amazing guests, Jake and Ed, once again. And of course, how about a round of applause for Jordan and Ellie?
Thank you all.
And Kevin, of course, hanging out over on the lounge couch. We can't see him, but round of applause for Kevin.
Yeah. America.
Well, you guys, we are cooking up something special for next week's show, so stay tuned to our social media for updates on that. Otherwise, we'll see you all Sunday night at Terra Fermata for the Guitar Slinger Shootout with Jake Walden and Kevin McLoughlin. Please don't forget to subscribe to our Patreon page and check out this episode's JNC After Dark exclusively for our patrons. Until next time, my friends, be good or be good at it. Broadcasting live from the legendary JNC Lounge, I'm Brad Brock. Good night.
The amount of doubt on who he was at the end there was...
It was my best Ron Burgundy.
Signing off.
Thiago.